Right, guys, so for those who don't know, this is 28-year-old Bryan Kohberger, who is accused and been charged of the murder of 4 people in Moscow, Idaho on the 13th of November. Maddie Morgan, Kaylee Gonzalez, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Knodel. All University of Idaho students, all completely minding their own business, in their own homes, in their own bedrooms. He broke in there, allegedly, and stabbed them to death with a K-bar knife. Allegedly. You know, everybody's innocent till proven guilty in a court of law, etc., etc. But the information in the probable cause affidavit is pretty damning against him. Something tells me he's going to be in jail for a very long time. But there's one thing that has been discussed a lot in the media and amongst social media creators who are covering this case. And that is that Bryan Kohberger is vegan. And it came out very early on in the case. One of his aunts spoke to the media and said that his behaviour is beyond veganism. He's so strict a vegan that he got his family to buy all new pots and pans because he can't stand to eat out of anything or from anything that wants cooked meat or had meat on it. Well, you might think, well, that is a very good vegan, very strict, you know, absolutely cannot stand anything close to him that contains animals or wants cooked the dead flesh of animals. You know, a lot of vegans live in a household with non-vegans. Do they have their own pots and pans? Some might. Personally, as long as it's been washed. Don't like the idea of cooking something on the same grill that's cooking a dead animal. I don't like that. No, that's kind of disgusting to me. But I don't know. I thought that seems obsessional. That seems someone who's obsessed with cleanliness. If it's been thoroughly washed, what's the problem? Not everybody agrees with me, though. This TikToker, for example, says that, no, it's perfectly normal. Listen.
But something that I keep seeing in the media is how he was a vegan. And they're saying how he was like a crazy vegan because he used to make his family buy like new pots and pans to cook things because their pots and pans had cooked meat in them already. And I'm just here to say that that is a completely normal vegan thing to do. I was a vegan in like the peak 2016 like crazy vegan era. And if you were at all on vegan Twitter or vegan YouTube at that time, you know that like this is extremely normal. Especially with wood, like wooden spoons, wooden cutting boards, like they soak up like the meat juices. So if you really care about that, you're going to get a new one. Like if you care about cross-contamination, you're going to get new dishes. Not all vegans care as much as that, but there are plenty who do that will tell you this is completely normal.
Right, so this person said she was vegan during the crazy vegan era of 2016. I remember the crazy vegan era of 2016 on YouTube, and there were some pretty extreme people out there. Pretty extreme. And my argument will be that they don't represent the actual average vegan. But still, Bryan Kohberger, you know, he's defending animals here. He absolutely cannot stand the thought of eating off something that contains dead flesh. He's a very good vegan. Well, I'm here to tell you that he's a fake vegan. He's not really vegan. Why? Well, the knife he allegedly used to murder Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan and Xana had a leather sheath. How do we know it had a leather sheath? Because it tells us in the probable cause affidavit. And it was a K-bar knife with a leather sheath. Well, this is the knife. It also has a leather handle. So somebody who is so strict a vegan that he won't eat out of pots and pans that once contain meat, but will commit a quadruple homicide with a knife that has a leather sheath that he accidentally, or maybe planted at the scene. That's not vegan, is it? That's not very vegan, is it? Because there are alternatives. You know, if he wanted to commit a quadruple murder with a K-bar knife, he could have got this one. He could have got this one. He could have got an alternative. That's actually the bestseller, apparently, according to this website, Knives and Tools. Let's look at the definition of veganism. Let's look at it. This is from the Vegan Society. One world, many lives, our choice. Veganism is a philosophy and way of life which seeks to exclude, as far as possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, and any other person, and by extension promotes the development and use of animal-free alternatives for the benefit of animals, humans, and the environment. In dietary terms, it denotes the practice of dispensing with all products derived wholly or partly from animals. There are many ways to embrace vegan living, yet one thing all vegans have in common is a plant-based diet avoiding all animal foods such as meat, including fish, shellfish and insects, dairy, eggs and honey, as well as avoiding animal-derived materials, products tested on animals, and places that use animals for entertainment. So, he's not a good vegan, is he? Because he's using a knife with a leather handle and a leather sheath. And yes, it is genuine leather, not pretend leather, it's actual leather. And there is an alternative right there on the website. So I think he's just another crazy person with a very restrictive diet for whatever reason. Obsession, scared of toxins, but this guy isn't vegan. Now, there's another reason why I don't believe this guy is vegan. Because surely a vegan who has compassion for animals, who wants to avoid the exploitation of animals, wouldn't commit a quadruple homicide in the first place. Would he, guys? He would not commit, in cold blood, allegedly, a quadruple homicide of 4 young people who were in their own home minding their own business. Not a very good vegan thing to do, is it? Now, there are certain times where you might cause the death of another, whether it be human or a non-human animal. You might accidentally take someone's life, completely accidentally, and you couldn't avoid it. Self-defense. If somebody's coming at you, someone invades your home, you can be sure that if someone invaded my home and they attack me, they might well end up dead with a sword through the belly. I'm just saying it could happen, and they're not going to do it again, are they? It's a bad idea. So self-defense, you can get away with that. Mercy killing, you can get away with that maybe. That's arguable. But you're not going to commit in cold blood a quadruple homicide with a knife that has got a leather handle and a leather sheath. In my opinion, allegedly, and that's it.